In this video, we will guide you through how to convert a 2D image into a 3D model in Blender step by step. If you find this useful, then please consider subscribing and liking the video. Let's get started. First, open Blender, and in this tutorial, we are going to convert a simple logo into a 3D mesh model without manually modeling everything from scratch. This method works especially well for logo, icon, and symbol. So when the Blender opens, the default cube, camera, and light will already be inside the scene. So let's go ahead and press A and press X to delete all. And also note that you can see which keys I'm pressing here, so it's easier for you to follow. Now, the next step is to import the image that we want to convert into a 3D mesh. So open your file explorer and just click and drag and drop your logo or image that you want to convert. And once you have done that, just go ahead and minimize the file explorer and just go ahead and select your image and right click on it and choose to convert mesh to plane. Just click on OK when prompted. Now the image has been successfully converted into a plane object. So now we need to flatten and center the plane correctly. So just go ahead and select your plane and press the N key on a keyboard and go to items, and here just you will see location and rotation. So first just left click and drag down the rotation to all axes and type 0 and hit enter, and do the same for location also, and just click and drag down and type 0 and hit enter. Now it will be perfectly centered. Now the next step is converting the flat image into actual 3D geometry. To do that, we will use a modifier called as Displace modifier. At the left hand side, click on the range icon to open the modifier and click on add modifier. Just go ahead and search for Displace modifier and just add the Displace modifier. And once that you have done that, nothing will be visible now because Blender does not know which texture to use. So you will see the texture properties at the bottom. Just click on it and click on new and click on open. And here navigate to the folder in your file explorer and choose your image and click on open image. At this point you may see some strange or low quality result. This happens because the plane does not have enough geometry. Currently it only has few vertices, so now we need to subdivide the mesh. This part is very important. First, select your plane and press tab key on the keyboard to go to edit mode. Here, just go ahead and press Ctrl and E key on the keyboard and choose to subdivide. Here, click on subdivide at the bottom left corner and increase the number of cuts. So let's say I want to increase to around 100 and hit enter. And once that you have done that, just go ahead and press tab key on the keyboard to go to object mode. Now you may notice the texture repeats multiple times across the mesh. This happens because of incorrect texture coordinates. To fix this, just go to the modifier and click on the drop down for coordinates and set it to UV. And now only your logo must be visible. So if the logo looks pixelated, just go ahead and press tab key on your keyboard and press A to select all the vertices and press Ctrl E and choose to subdivide and set the number of cuts. So just go ahead and increase the number of cuts till you get the desired look. So I'm just gonna set it to 2, and once that I've done that, just go ahead and press tab key on the keyboard, and now you can see it looks pretty smooth. At this point, your shape should look much cleaner. Now the displacement effect is working properly. So just go ahead and click on the drop down for the modifier and click on apply. Your object is now a real mesh. So now the next step is cleaning up unnecessary geometry around the logo. We only want the logo itself. So first, press tab key to go to the edit mode and now press 1, and now just go ahead and select the upper part or the part that you want to delete. So in my case, it's going to be this particular part, and now just go ahead and select the upper part just like so. And once that you have done that, just go ahead and press X and choose vertices. Now you can see we have successfully removed the part. So now you might notice the surface looks uneven, so we need to flatten it. So just go ahead and select the logo. So press A once again and press S key on the keyboard and press Z key and press 0 on the keyboard and hit enter. Now this scales everything flat on the Z axis, and now the logo has become completely flat. So now the next step is extracting clean edges. Currently, there is still unnecessary internal geometry. Stay in edit mode and press A to select all. And now just go ahead and press E and extrude it a little bit downwards, just like so. And click off to apply. And now we need to select the sharp edges only. So in top menu, just go ahead and click on select and choose sharp edges. And now press 1 on your keyboard to go to the front view and press Z and go to the wireframe mode, and here press the D key on your keyboard and press shift and deselect the lower part. So just select it just like so and it will be successfully deselected. And now press shift D to duplicate and move it to around side and click off to apply. And once that you have done that, just go ahead and press P and choose selection. This separates the edge into a new object. Now just go back to object mode by pressing the tab key on the keyboard. You should now have a separate edge object. The next step is smoothing the edge. You can just go ahead and delete the original object by pressing X and delete. And now just go ahead and select your object and go to add modifier and just go ahead and search for smooth modifier, and now zoom in and increase the factor. So I'm just gonna increase it to around 1.5 and increase the repeat to around 20. And now you can see it looks pretty smooth. Just click on the drop down and apply the modifier. Now we also want to reduce the polygon count because currently the mesh is too dense. So just go ahead and press the tab key on a keyboard and now press A to select everything and press Ctrl E on a keyboard and choose to unsubdivide. In here, increase the iteration slightly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and increase it to around 3. And once that you have done that, just go ahead and press tab key on a keyboard, and if it looks good, then you are good to go. This reduces unnecessary geometry while still keeping the shape. So now we need to fill the empty faces. So just go ahead and press the tab key on the keyboard and press A to select all and press F to fill the empty faces. Now just go ahead and go to the object mode by pressing tab key and press Z and go to solid view mode. The logo is now becoming a complete 3D mesh. The next step is adding thickness. Just go to the object mode and go to add modifier. Here just go ahead and search for solidify modifier, and here just go ahead and increase the thickness slightly. So just go ahead and click on the drop down or click on the side arrow, and now as you can see the logo is now coming to life. And now what you want to do is right click and choose to shade auto smooth, and here you go. We have successfully converted our 2D image into a 3D model in Blender.